Okay, this is breaking weather coverage now. We have a new tornado warning. This tornado warning until 6:45. And let me back out right here. That's from the same storm that Lance was on a few minutes ago, and I don't know if I can get him. Can you hear me, Lance? Are you there?
Yeah, Ron. Ron, you got me?
I got you. You got yourself a new tornado warning here.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now. Just came through on my system here, too. I just went through that cell in Lorenzo, just trailing behind it. So I'm trying to catch up to that one in particular.
Now, that must be radar indicated. So let's see if from where DG is from, and he's in a totally different direction. He's totally behind all this. So DG, you may not be able to see anything, but a new tornado warning has been issued for the areas just near Lorenzo. That's going to be Crosby County, southeastern portions of Floyd County, just to the north of Crosbyton, all the way into Motley County. Any observations you can make that look interesting to you? All right, so we must have lost DG there for a second. I'll tell you something that interests me. Okay, are you there, DG?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Just a lot of dark precipitation. So, yeah, heavy precip. These are going to be heavy rainers and maybe some big hailers.
Now, you know the tornado warning's been issued for Crosby County. That's just to the north of Crosbyton. Right. Southeastern Floyd County, southwestern Motley County. That's going to be northwestern Dickens County. So it appears that the same area of the storms that hit the northwest side of the metro are trying to do it again over here. But you probably can't see much from where you are.
That's correct. We're too far away.
Yeah, we pulled you to the south side, and I didn't know whether you had a chance to see anything going up into the inflow of that or not. But we'll keep an eye on that. So, folks, again, just like we were talking about near shallow water, we don't have confirmation of a tornado. If we do, Lance will find it. But what we do know is that we've had at least 2 touchdowns live on television. I don't know how many we had that weren't live on television. But, Lance, so tell me if I'm wrong, but we had 2 live views of the tornado touchdown. Did you see any that we didn't see live when you were doing your live work?
Not that I've seen. Yeah, not that I've seen. It was a nice little rope tornado that developed there. We had it live at least 20 minutes. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm shocked the drone stayed in the air that long. I don't know how it managed to make that happen, but we were able to get a good shot there. I will tell you, too, that I am probably 15 minutes away from being in placement on this cell moving north of Crosbyton right now.
Okay. Well, it's trying to do it again, and that's what I was mentioning an hour ago. I've lost track of time. These things tend to come in more multiples than just one. So it's something that the National Weather Service, obviously, they're aware of that as well. And when they see what we call the gate-to-gate and high-velocity gate-to-gate radar returns, and it's had a history of producing a tornado, it could be rain-wrapped. They're going to issue a tornado warning because they care about your public safety. That's what they do. They do it every day. So there's another view of this thunderstorm that continues to move away from us. And when you overlay this back to pinpoint Doppler 1 radar, it is obvious to me that what we have now is a line of heavy thunderstorms that go all the way up north to Floyd data. And in an area, by the way, and can we put some good spin on this, in an area that's been significantly dry. I mean, we're talking about now, the eastern South Plains are not as bad as the western South Plains, but still severe drought conditions. So some of this is really, let's talk about the good news. It's raining, and it's raining significantly from Floyd data, Crosbyton, Rawls, just east of Lubbock. I looked at let's bring it up, the live weather site at Idalou, north of Idalou. Well, Don Rob's place only picked up 1/10 of an inch, but it's still light rain falling there. 1/10 of an inch in a drought is everything. So we'll take it. So again, when you go away from this and go back to the radar, you'll see the showers and thunderstorms extend to the east of Lubbock, southeast of Lubbock, near Slayton, with some good rain falling there. Storms non-severe, by the way, this is non-severe. The only thing we have severe are the severe thunderstorm warning right in here just east of Lubbock. This was issued for this storm that's now shifted northward toward northeast Lubbock County, just now getting to our live weather site in Idalou. But this part right about here, say 50th Street, coming off of Buffalo Springs Lake back into the city, and you go southward, this is not severe, just good old thunderstorms that extend southward near Tahoka and then back towards south of Brownfield. Western metro Lubbock area missed the rain this time, and that's okay. The eastern half of the South Plains needs it too. Hopefully, later tonight, according to the forecast models, we'll get another round of thunderstorms or two. Just like, again, you see the Lubbock sky back to the east. There's your thunderstorms. Nice rain, few sprinkles across parts of the eastern Lubbock County. Heavy rain happened, of course, at the airport as well. And the forecast now for the 7-day outlook. We still have a chance for thunderstorms again tonight. I might be able to get in, a treat. My boss, who does like me to say his name, Russ Petit, he more than likely will give us a good dinner break, because we're going to have to stay here because we may get another round forming to the west of us. But again, it's 70 degrees tomorrow with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, and then the wind will hit. Then 64 on Sunday, 70 degrees on Monday, 71 on Tuesday, 65 on Wednesday. So the numbers next week look really pleasant. So that's your 7-day outlook. Okay, let's get back to what we're dealing with this tornado warning. This tornado warning, again, we have a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:45, but we also have a tornado warning until 6:45. That is approximately about 15 more minutes. We have not received confirmation of an actual tornado. It could have been publicly reported, or it's possible that the National Weather Service saw on radar what would be an indication of rotation, and since we've already had a tornado today, they issued the tornado warning. So for the folks that live in this area, know this storm complex that started in shallow water has produced a multi-vortex tornado. All right, and that's what we were seeing. And there you go, you continue to see this warning until 6:45. Well, Lance is out there, and so is DG. DG is now looking at the total environment of this because he's back behind all this. And DG, as far as you are concerned, are you seeing any new updraft regions forming? All right, so we lost him, but I was wondering if he was seeing any new updraft regions. Well, let's see if we can get in a little closer now and talk to Lance. Pardon me? Lance, yeah, that's who I was going to talk to. Lance, you're here, okay? What do you got?
Well, I'm coming in on the backside of this storm right here. I've got a precipitation shield in front of my viewpoint on this cell, but it is a very tall thunderstorm. I will tell you that rain that you were talking about 1/10 of an inch earlier for some locations, the rainfall that I went through in Lorenzo was, it was white out. I mean, you just couldn't see anything. And I had a pea-sized and nickel-sized hail as well. But other than that, right now, to my east is all clear. And then, of course, to the northwest, I've got this large thunderstorm. But, again, I've got a precipitation shield in front of it. I can't really get a viewpoint into this cell quite yet. Hopefully in about 15 minutes. I said 15 minutes ago, but this storm is racing. So I'm hoping to get in position. I am catching up to it right now.
Okay, so here's what happened, folks, and eastern Lubbock County, Ransom Canyon, Buffalo Springs Lake. That's amazing. That is heavy precipitation. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of hail fell there. I'm not sure that it was large hailstones, and even if it was, look how fast that was moving. But that storm was moving, again, right into that complex of thunderstorms. And of course, this is the East Lubbock County storms earlier. Lubbock County, of course, under a severe thunderstorm warning because of this storm here that we had. And that's a warning that's about to expire here in just a few more minutes at 6:45. But we also have, and we will, DG just walked into the studios, and he too, with Lance, both were able to observe a very interesting tornado genesis today. And I wanted to get his take on it, and I think we're stacking up and racking up some video prior to this, and we're going to let DG kind of talk his way through on what he was seeing as soon as he gets his microphone over there. So he knows what to do. He's doing a mic test over there, and here he comes. He'll be walking into it. Folks, let me just explain. He is a storm spotter. So he never looks as good as I do, but that's just the way it is. Am I being not nice to you?
You're being great, Ron. And I full well intended to wear my chroma green Guayabera, knowing I was going to be on the wall and become invisible. If you understand television, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, they don't, but that just means he would be invisible. Bottom line is this, though. Wow.
Was not expecting to see what we saw today. I mean, I know that we were having a tornado watch, but I wasn't impressive like you know.
Take a look at that.
The dynamics weren't that, we just didn't think it was going to be this kind of a day. And no sooner than we get on I-27 north of the airport, and yeah, we're seeing this. And I think your wife, Angela, has some video that she's also uploaded from our perspective. This is from the drone, right?
Yeah, this is Lance, and you can see definitely, the dust, debris. Yes. And the thing that I wanted to ask you is, boy, I mean, a few miles down the road, and you're looking at a lot of houses.
Very much so. That part of the county has not developed as quickly as, say, the southwest and southern parts, but it is under development. Shallow water's expanded.
Yeah.
I know that we were placing it north of Shallow Water, south of Cotton Center, in the northwest part of Lubbock County.
Right.
Our perspective, we were on the overpass at County Road 53 looking due west, and we have a great distant perspective of this, and we'll try to get those pictures uploaded later so you can see what we were seeing of this particular tornado. But yes, we could confirm that there was a dust cloud. We say a debris cloud, but it's basically a dust cloud indicating that tornadic circulation is all the way down to the ground.
It's on the ground.
So we no longer refer to it as a funnel. It's a tornado at that point.
Exactly. And this is not one of these land spouts, folks. A lot of times people will report tornadoes that are land spouts, and they almost look like this perfect little pencil that comes down from not a supercell thunderstorm like we had today, but maybe like a cloud or something, and they call that a tornado. That's not a tornado. That's
right.
And a land spout would be the best way to describe that.
Not the dynamics that we would understand as tornadoes.
So you're not surprised then that this warning continues now for Lorenzo because the same mechanism continues.
We knew that these are going to be fast-moving storms. In fact, one of the problems that we have is we can't stay up with these. Once they get beyond us, they are beyond us. We can't catch up. They're moving at such a quick pace. 40, 50 miles an hour in some cases. And then we're back here because we want to pay attention to what's coming up into the metro area. So we had to wave goodbye to it, even though I wanted to stay with it. But yes, it does not surprise me.
Well, that was my call, probably not the best call I've made, but then again,
hey, Ron.
I do it every year. Lance,
Ron.
You're on now with me.
Yeah, Ron, they've gone confirmed on that tornado warning now, and I do see what either is a dust. It is a ton of dust being kicked up by this cell. I'm coming back in on the southeast side of it, but they have confirmed that this is a tornado on the ground.
All right, so the storm is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Where do you place that in relationship to Lorenzo?
I've got it, should be northeast, well northeast of Lorenzo, I believe. I'm checking on the map here, but it's going to be northeast of northeast. It's straight due north of Crosbyton, pretty much.
Due north of Crosbyton?
Yes, moving away from Crosbyton, of course, as well. But I've got what looks to be a wall cloud. I've got some buildings in front of me. I'm moving through Crosbyton right now. I've got some buildings that are blocking my line of sight.
You got to.
But I'm about to come out on the other side of Crosbyton and might have a better view.
Yeah, I just pulled up the radar, and I'm going to get in front of it so that we can correlate what Lance was talking about just a couple of minutes ago. Now, there's Crosbyton you can barely see here. It's to the south right here. This area here of all this pink, well, number one, it's heavy rain. But number two is where the heaviest or more concentrated hailstones are. Now, what I was going to ask a while ago, and since you're on with me, Lance, when you were going through all of this, what kind of a hail size were you getting? Did you see any large hail, or was this more of a small hail event with just a tornado?
Yeah, so the majority of that was pea size and nickel size. I will say that some of them were golf ball size, up to golf ball size. Nothing beyond that, but definitely some golf ball size hail. I will say this too, that the amount of precipitation was incredible. Could not drive through it and safely above about 10 miles per hour. It was just too dangerous. Everybody was slowed down, and it was whiteout conditions. I mean, I've never been through, and I'm in the southeast where we get those torrential rainfalls, that heavy golf moisture where I've seen nothing like that before, Chief. That was very, very heavy rainfall, intense heavy rainfall. Saw some ponding of water on the roadways at some point. I'm starting to come back out of Crosbyton now to the northeast of it, and I don't still have a good view. I believe I've got precipitation blocking my angle on the inside of this storm where they do have a confirmed tornado. Just moments ago, though, before I pulled into Crosbyton, it was pretty clear. There was a lot of dust being kicked up into the air. I don't know if that was from outflow or if that was associated with what they're calling a confirmed tornado at this time.
Well, as far as looking at two things, as far as looking at velocity products, it appears that the gate-to-gate is not quite as strong as it was. As far as looking at the reflective mode, we can see kind of a split, if you will, in the core of the storm, where there's two separate cores now. So it appears that the thunderstorm, the supercell, is beginning to split just a little bit, which could be an indication of downburst wind or downdrafting wind that's beginning to push the precipitation away, the precipitation core away just a little bit. But are you still seeing vigorous towers with it as it continues to move over Crosby County?
Yeah, I've got part of the anvil actually right overhead of me right now, and it might have been from a different storm even that's come over me some. So I don't really have a good viewpoint into it. I'm fairly close to it on the southeast side. I don't know what radar is showing on your end there, but I've got just a little bit before I'm going to be out somewhat in front of, but in a safe distance to the east of, southeast of this storm here in just a moment.
Well, one thing you're going to run into is as you go into Crosbyton, then suddenly you're going to drop off the Cap Rock by over 1,000 feet. And
doing it right now.
You're doing it right now.
Literally as we speak, yeah.
All right, so we do have some live video here from Jason Davis, another one of our storm units. And Jason is also out there streaming back live from the storm. You know, I mean, from looking at his position, of course, he's south of the worst part of the storm, but it just looks like a lot of water, a lot of rain has fallen over that part of the area. And there we see, again, where the possible tornado is, 6:45 p.m. And this tornado warning is not only for Crosby County, but it's also for southeastern Floyd County. So that's going to be to the south and east of Floyd Data and Lockney. And it gets a little bit into Motley County, just to the southwest of Matador. Looks like it's just south of Roaring Springs. So that's where, if we've had a confirmed tornado, as Lance said, then that means that that tornado could be moving toward area, say, of south of Matador, the Roaring Springs area. That would be north of Dickens, coming off the Caprock. And the Caprock has a very interesting way that it interacts with tornadoes. It just really depends on the strength of the tornado and the strength of the mezzo that's developing the storm. So not downplaying it at all. Hope all of you that are in northern Dickens County, southern Floyd County, southern portions of Motley County are in your safe room, and you're just letting this thing go by because it's been a producer, a multiple tornado twice. And at one time during the show, when Lance was sending the video back, it almost looked like it was trying to turn into almost a what we call multi-vortex, where there's more than one little area of suction that goes around the tornado. So it was a very dangerous event that happened northwest of Lubbock, and that's why the National Weather Service is going to make sure that this tornado cycle is not going to continue to cause any harm to anyone as it continues to push off to the northeast. Now, again, folks in the Crosbyton area, I think folks in Crosbyton, you're in good shape, but you know, if I'm east of Crosbyton in Dickens County, if I'm in Dickens, I'm a little concerned. Okay, the National Weather Service now has issued a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:45. It looks like now the tornado warning is going to be replaced. Yeah, it looks like a tornado warning is being replaced by a severe thunderstorm warning. If you go to WSI 2, you see the tornado warning until 6:45. But now it appears that there's an additional warning that's been issued for Motley County. It includes Matador. That is a severe thunderstorm warning as well. So we'll keep an eye on that as well as we go through this cycle. Now, remember, we are still under a tornado watch, and that tornado watch is until 10 o'clock. So, as a matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do, we've got this one under control. Lance is trying to get into position. So let me go to the radar and let's pull it out and show the rest of our viewers, which are many that are not located in this particular area, and show what's going on out there. At this time, city of Lubbock is clear. Thunderstorms are to the east of Lubbock, as close as Idalou. There is a fairly strong thunderstorm right about here, south, and I'll get you into Slayton. This is here, south of Slayton, northwest of Wilson. That is a core that's more than likely at least some pea-sized hail there. There's a little break off the US 87. Then south of New Home, a couple of thunder showers. This goes all the way back over toward Brownfield, where there's scattered showers and thunderstorms in that area that then stretch back down toward Dawson County. There's O'Donnell right there, and Welch in northwest Dawson County. So there's a number of little thunderstorms around this area. Now, as we pull it back, there is all kinds of things showing up on radar to the southwest of us in New Mexico. The forecast models, let me take a drink of water real quick, folks. Okay, that was good. Now, the deal is this. We have, according to the forecast models, a chance for additional thunderstorm development for tonight. That may be 10 p.m., it may be midnight. It'll be hard to say at this point. The atmosphere has been worked over, but we do know this. There's your first line of thunderstorms that really has been the big story today and we continue to see the core. I'm going to zoom right in on the core that would create the most issues. There is Mount Blanco. There's Farm to Market Road 193. You see your Farm to Market Road 28. And that's north of Wake. There's Doherty. Right there. That's in southeastern portions of Motley County. And that's just to the north. If you go this way to Crosby, and the reason that we don't have Lance is that Lance went off the Caprock, and Lance is discovering West Texas geography. So I mentioned this, though. Here's the good news. I just want to throw this out. I like to find good news in all things. You see this here? This is White River Lake. You see this? This is its watershed. Look where it's been raining. Perfect. Little water going into White River Lake would be good news for that lake. And we were down there this summer, and they need the water. So there's your thunderstorms across the South Plains at this time. And the warnings now, again, a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:45. They're going to continue with that warning for the next hour because it has a possibility of producing some strong wind. It also has a possibility of producing some hail greater than quarter size. So we'll watch this very, very closely with this severe thunderstorm warning. The Weather Lab, we're not going anywhere, but we are going to take a break for one reason, so that I can get my voice back. And for another reason, I think we want to do some commercials. And we're going to keep you advised throughout the evening on this tornado watch that's been issued across the area. We're not going anywhere, folks, until all is clear. You keep it here. We'll keep you advised.